Hello, we're here in Sandown. It's Friday the 7th of August. We're here for a short holiday of just under a week. I see the sun just about setting in the sandy beach of Sandown. Hotels just around this other side, which has a lovely view of the sea, which we were seeing. Yeah, there's a hotel just further down there. Lovely spot, great view. Nice sandy beach.
Was it finish?
We've now come to the western tip of the Isle of Wight. You can see the lighthouse there. That's the lighthouse of the Needles, and as we sort of come around, further around, you can see actually the mainland looking towards the New Forest, and there's a ferry there from that jetty just there. You come further around and come back to see a bit of Allen Bay and the different colourful sands there. Back to where we are now, the Needles. Good morning, we're here on a hot sunny day in Bagwell. This is the Bagwell Botanic Gardens, very famous for its wonderful climate. It's protected from the north winds. You can see this high cliff along here. So in this lovely valley you have subtropical gardens here. We've got the Australian gardens, here right in front of us the Indian gardens. There's also the New Zealand section here, South African terrace, and also the subtropical palm gardens, which are still here, which were Victorian times. And if you see the building just over there, that big whitish building, that is the Victorian hospital, and they'd go there to recover from chest infections and various ailments. They'd come here to gather and just take in the beautiful fresh air, fresh sea breeze and the warm climate from southern Isle of Wight in Bagwell here. Wonderful place, wonderful view, isn't it? Wow, isn't it wonderful? So there again, we're now still in the Victorian Bagwell Botanic Gardens. This is one of the earliest gardens here. This is the Mediterranean Gardens. We're heading towards down there. We can carry on walking down here to the Palm Gardens, which again were there right back during the Victorian times. So here you can see some beautiful palm trees here, which of course you don't only find around the Mediterranean, but as the sun shines so warm here and you've got the warm climate, the warm almost Mediterranean subtropical climates, you have some wonderful flowers here which you wouldn't usually find in the UK, but as I say, because of the bright sunshine and the warm sea currents, plants thrive here in this beautiful climate. See butterflies flying around as well, and bees we saw earlier. Wonderful, beautiful garden. So we're on a journey here, journey to the subtropical palm garden. As we carry on down here, we might find bandits and troublemakers lurking behind the bushes out to attack us, but we need to keep cover. Might need to keep the camera down soon because it could be under attack, so be careful. People do shoot from behind these fences here. You can see these fences here. So
No.
here we are now in another section of the Bagwell Botanic Gardens. This is called the olive grove section. Here you see these wonderful olive trees, a whole arch of olive trees. You can imagine as though you'd be in Jerusalem where Jesus was in the olive grove here. So wonderful section. Nice shade as well from the quite bright warm sunshine today. Just looking for olives. Very peaceful. Lovely spot. It's a large garden, so you can sort of get away from the tourists. But we've come here sort of fairly early in the mornings. It's quite a good time to come. But even so, I can imagine even the busiest times you can find a quiet spot in these gardens, because it's such a large garden. Hello there, we're in the Isle of Wight, the south coast of the UK. This is Ventnor, the botanical gardens. This is the palm garden. This is one of the oldest gardens that belong to the hospital here. Here we have palm trees that were planted during the time of Queen Victoria. So that's over 150 years ago, still surviving there. And further down you'll find these green leaves here, the actual banana trees here. So it's wonderful warm climate again where the banana trees can grow. It's a wonderful walk. You can go from one area to another. Thank you.
As we walk more further, you can see a lot of palm trees. And banana trees.
Further up to the left, there's another walkway, another garden. So, like a whole maze of walkways and different gardens according to the different regions of the whole world. It's covering Japan, Australia, New Zealand, the Americas, the Mediterranean, a whole variety of trees and flowers. We're now here at Carsbrook Castle, quite near Newtown in the Isle of Wight, and here you can see the thick walls, or defensive walls that there were to defend themselves against the enemy. And you can see below there's the big moat, and it's a very high strategic position. You can see the surrounding countryside there, so they can see all their enemies around them. Very strategic position. Later on we'll be seeing looking at a view inside the castle, the chapel, and hopefully the gatehouse. But here we can see that the walls and the surrounding areas which they were defending themselves against.
King Charles.
And of course King Charles I stayed here as well. He was of course the king who lost his life to the parliamentarians, so he came here to escape their attacks, but eventually he was caught and his life was taken in London, Whitehall, London. Of course after that there was Oliver Cromwell, who took over him, and he reigned for a while. But then after that we had Charles II, and the kings and queens reigned continually, as they do still today. See the thick walls there and the moat, and around to your right there's a nice chapel there, and the ornamental gardens below, the little fountain. The little hut in the middle of the garden, there's the where the donkey wheel is. So a donkey would go inside the wheel and draw up the water. It's an essential part of the castle because obviously they needed the water, and so this donkey would be employed to lower the bucket down the well and then draw it up again. It'll take about 5 minutes for each bucket of water to come up.
It's quite high. Ugh, so scary.
Mm-hmm. now along the defensive wall. The wall goes all around the castle, so there'll be soldiers up here with their bows and arrows ready to fire their arrows down at the enemies trying to invade the castle. Good morning, it's now Tuesday the 11th of August and we're here at Osborne House, a beautiful house on the north part of the Isle of Wight. Used to be the home, or the summer house for Queen Victoria. She'd come here with her children, spend some lovely summer weeks here, out in the fresh air, fresh sea breeze, and she sort of made the whole of the Isle of Wight sort of quite popular. And this developed, and then you had the seaside resorts of Ryde, Sandown, Shanklin and Ventnor. They all became sort of very sort of popular Victoria seaside summer resorts. But yes, this was the house where Queen Victoria stayed with her family. Later on we'll see the Swiss cottage. Basically it's like a big doll's house we see. So lovely large grounds now open up to the general public, and it's run by English Heritage, so enjoy the view. Pretty now.
1851. This is that's when this painting arrived.
Oh, okay.
So that's how many children they had in 1851.
Okay.
But eventually the Queen had 9 children.
Oh.
5 girls, 4 boys.
Wow.
But obviously it took 17 years to do that. A lifetime.
Yes, and they had Prince. North, beautiful place here, sunshine on your right. Here's the waterfall, cascading down to the seafront. Underneath there you can see, well, you can't quite yet see it, there's a paddling pool, the Isle of Wight, and there's a seafront over there, and it's protected by the hills, so it's always lovely and warm, keeps the cold north winds at bay, so it's sunny and warm throughout the year. People even come here in the winter time because it's warmer than elsewhere. And it's the home of the Bagwell family.